isn't it?
Okay.
You can even leave the door open. Nobody's going to bug you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going potty and my doorbell rings, and I have one of those ring doorbells. So, this distinctive ring doorbell thing, the noise that it makes.
What was it?
Yeah, the sound. I'm really good with sound effects, too. And so I grab my phone because it pops up there that I have an alert, and I click on it, and it shows me that the man in brown, appropriately enough, was at my door while I'm doing my duties. And he just kind of standing there, and I'm, usually you get somebody that comes to your door, I'll look at the ring thing there, and if I'm trying to avoid to talk to anybody, sometimes I get even nowadays political people will come by and they want to talk to you. I'm like, oh, I'm not answering the door. There's no way. I'm hiding out from those guys. Well, I see him there, and he's just standing there with his package in his hand.
Hey, now.
By the way, I did not mean it that way. And he's not going anywhere. So I get on the thing, and you can push that you could speak to them. So I push. And I said, hey, I'm a little tied up right now. You can just leave it right there. And he goes, I'm sorry, I can't. I need a signature. Wouldn't you know it? I'm like, okay, I'll be right there. And I'm close out of there. And I'm like, oh, man, mid-duty that I'm, doing this.
Make a duty.
And I'm like, oh, gosh. So I got to, clean up. And I got to go do, the, things that I normally do, which is use my wet wipes. Then go and I wash my hands. And walk to the front door and open up the front door. And as soon as I open up the front door, he says, did you wash your hands?
No.
I'm like, no.
Wait, how did he know?
I asked him. He says, you can hear the echo.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I've never heard what it sounds like on the other end of those rings. So I have no idea. I got busted on the toilet. And I was like, yes, I did. I'm sorry. I apologize. And he's like, no problem. He goes, I kind of figured that. He goes, I could hear the echo. And then he said, it took you a little bit longer, to come here. And by the way, my UPS guy knows my wife. He goes, how's Chelsea doing? And I'm like, how's Chelsea doing? And he goes, yeah, I'm here all the time. I deliver to you guys all the time. I'm like, what's going on here?
What was in your package? I'm curious.
It was something for her. I don't even know what it was, but It was something that obviously needed to be signed for, which, by the way, nowadays it's crazy that they even require that because it seems like nothing needs to be signed for anymore. But have you ever been busted talking to someone on the toilet? Because I'm a toilet talker. And the thing that I like to do so that nobody knows that I'm on the toilet that I didn't do because I didn't think the Ring camera was that sophisticated is I will open up my door, and sometimes I will do this. So I have, in our bathroom, we have a little, toilet closet.
Uh-huh.
And so we have, a bathroom, and then there's a toilet closet there. So Chelsea can do her hair and stuff, and I can sit there in the closet. There's been so many in this. And I'll open up the door, and if somebody's on the phone with me, I'll actually put my head out the window.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
The door, because I don't want to even hear the little bit of echo that comes through there.
Yeah.
And so I'll sit there and have a conversation with them, and nobody has ever caught me or, said anything.
So you think. Yeah, they just didn't say anything. They probably know.
They probably know?
Yeah. I always know. My mom tries to do that when she answers the phone on the toilet, and then she tries to do the whole dance and the hold the phone out and flush with your foot. And I'm like, I know you're on the potty.
See, I just busted Wes doing this. I busted my boyfriend doing this because what he does is he will say what he needs to say to answer whatever I ask him, and then I can tell he's putting it on mute. Because then I'll talk, and normally he makes the he'll make, it sounds weird, he'll make noises as I'm talking. But yeah, he'll acknowledge. And so then I won't hear anything, and I'll say, hello, are you there? Did I lose you? And he's like, no, I'm here.
Oh, he forgets to unmute.
I'm like, I go, you can call me back.
I wish
it's not a big deal.
my mom knew how to mute. I don't want to hear my mom rip one.
Nowadays, it's we're all communicative with each other. That was actually pretty good.
That was a big word from Monday.
And there are people that will do Zoom calls, and they'll just mute or close their video camera out, and they'll go to the toilet. And I'm worried that a Jeffrey Tubin's going to happen to me.
Yeah, well, Okay.
I don't want to have that. I don't want all of a sudden next thing no, I know he was actually he was fondling himself.
Not the best example.
But I don't want them to see my privates or anything like that at that time.
Yeah.
That thing to be happening, but